How did you get into the whole leadership development world?
So when I was at university, I was asking myself the question of like, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? And
Still asking yourself that
and I
question.
still am to some extent. And I remember meeting some people in the RAF, and I thought, wow, Top Gun was cool. Maybe fly a plane, that would be interesting.
You had ambitions to be Tom Cruise.
I had an ambition to be a fighter pilot, of which there's maybe 4 in the UK. But I thought, yeah, I could give that a go. So I wasn't lacking in confidence, put it that way. And I did a little bit of it at university with the Air Squadron. And I realised it was very much an interaction between man and machine. And whilst that was all right, I didn't love it like everyone else did. And funny story, the day I went off to Cranwell to go and do the sort of assessment to be a pilot, the recruitment literature for the Royal Marines came through the door. And I read that and was like, I think this is probably more what I want to do. And then after my mother had sort of gotten over the shock of that, then that was kind of the path I was on. And the reason I went down that was because when I look back at what I enjoyed at university, I enjoyed playing water polo, I enjoyed playing sport and working with people towards a common goal. And that aspect of the military made more sense to me. And that was really the sort of start of it. And so I applied to join. I got through the potential officers course and the AIB. And then I had this moment of, oh shit, I've told everyone I'm going to do this now. So I have to go ahead and do it. And I did. And I got through training. And then 7 months after getting through training, I found myself on the front line in Afghanistan, leading Marines on combat operations in a variety of different sort of environments. And then over the course of the seven-year career, I was sent out to Libya to get civilians out of Benghazi when the Gaddafi regime collapsed. And then towards the end of my career, I specialised in small boat counter-piracy maritime operations and did a couple of tours off the coast of Somalia. And after 7 years, I thought, well, do you know what, that's a pretty good career. And my model for the military was always either stay in and become a general, again, not short of confidence.
It's not your choice.
Or get out and go and do something else.
Yeah.
And I just felt that, we were going to be pulling out of Afghanistan at some point. I didn't want to hang around and do a company command that would largely involve time on exercise. I felt I've got a good amount of experience there. It's time to take that and go off and do something else. Got some really good advice when I left, which was go somewhere that's completely different to the world you've just been. And the reason for that is it will create a really rich learning environment. So I went from the military to the nuclear industry, a job. So initially a world where I was expected to take my life in my hands to get the job done, to the nuclear world where just the 2 words nuclear and accident, are bad headlines. And I did 2 years at a company called Urenco, who enrich uranium for the nuclear fuel cycle. And that was where I started to recognise, everyone here is promoted because they're really, really capable and technically competent. And now they're being asked to lead teams, and that's a very different challenge for them. And I worked with some brilliant people there, up in the Northwest, up in Cheshire. I worked as a consultant for a bit and then founded my own business in 2015. And the purpose of that was all around, well, what is it you enjoyed doing in the Marines? What was it you were good at, and what was it you really enjoyed more than anything? And actually it was developing my guys, it was developing the Marines. And I felt my responsibility as a troop commander in the Royal Marines was to make everyone 5-10% better. Because if you make everyone 5 or 10% better, it has like a tidal wave effect. And you can't make up that difference yourself. But if everyone in the troop is just that little bit better, that has a huge impact on whatever it is you're trying to do. And I just thought that's a good understanding of leadership. I wonder if I can do that and I can support other people.